I'm going to find out. I need to check that, and I will before we leave today. So I'm going to show you that as I move this path around, you can see more or less of the image. You with me here? Just be watching. Don't freak out. Stay calm. Trust me here. Can't fix it this second, but I will figure out how to fix it. All right. And if I come over here to, in the pen tool, in Illustrator, you see this anchor point tool? If I wanted to, I could, in Illustrator, if this is where I prefer to work, I could smooth out the path points in here. All right, but I was going to show you how to trace this. That was what we were going to talk about next. So hang in there with me. I know it's a lot of information, but I'm going to go under Window now, and I'm going to open up a palette or two. Object. All right, actually, I'm going to go into Object with this whole thing selected here, and I'm going to do a thing called Live Trace, Image Trace, Live Image Trace, and it doesn't want to make it, and that's because the mask is on here. All right, the mask is making it impossible for this to be traced. So I'm going to come back to this idea of tracing without the mask on it in a little bit. Let's flip back over to Photoshop. Come back to Photoshop if you would, please. I'm just trying to make it a smoother tutorial and put outlying information separate from this movie right now. All right, so you're looking at how it came out. You looked at it in Illustrator. Okay, this is how it placed. Would I want to smooth this out? Probably. I mentioned that one of the things I wanted to show you was how to possibly streamline this process of drawing a path, especially for people who are not huge fans of the pen tool and would rather use another tool. All right, so what's happening now is this. If you're looking on screen, I'm pressing head path here. I've clicked it so I know it's activated. Okay. Then if I come down to the bottom of the path panel, you can see it's got a choice, fill path with foreground color. This one here is stroke path with brush, load path as selection, make work path from selection, not helpful right now. In fact, we can't do that. Add a layer mask. Make sense? So we can turn this work path into a layer mask. Okay, so we're going to do that. We're going to click to make a layer mask. But it is actually added the layer mask. It didn't put the path on the layer mask yet. Right, the path is activated. I'm going to do the following now. Please look. Here, the first one, fill. So what I should be filling right now, if I'm on the right side, is I'm filling on the mask side. And it appears to be cut out. It's not cut out, right? It's a mask. So I want to flip it over. I'm clicking on the mask side. Command I is invert. So I can actually feel in the room, in the energy, when your attention is, it's kind of weird. Like sometimes when I'm saying like hang in there, it's because I can actually energetically feel you're getting, you know, freaked out. But you've got it, okay? Want me to go over the steps again? All right. All right, so here we go. Option Command Z, Option Command Z. Here's Ganesha. His path is on. Come down to the palette where you have the layer, your happy item here, and you can do this on either part. You can, please look up, please look up. You can click to create a new, this is create a new path, and on the layers mask, on the layers panel, we have add a clipping mask. That's what I'm going to do. Boom, add a clipping mask, add a vector mask. Add vector mask. Click it. Okay. Then make sure that you have clicked on the mask side. Boom. That makes sure that the mask is actually selected. True? Yes. Then you're going to fill it. So you're going to come over here on the path palette and click on the black circle. Go back to the layer panel, click on the layer mask, and Command I. That's invert. All right, I'm going to keep going. Please look up when you're ready. I have this path. It's very exciting. But I've turned it into a layer mask. If you zoom in, Command plus, please look up, and you go to the path layer and click off so the path is no longer selected. You're working on the layer mask side. So you can now see transparency around your artwork. Over here where it's really obvious that these are not smooth lines and I want to make them smooth lines, I'm going to go to the brush tool. Here's my brush tool. Checking. The background is around this clipped object is black. The inside is white, so I want white on my paintbrush. X. Now, if I start to paint, let's make sure I have this at 100% and that I also have a harder brush. Brush wants to be not 100% hardness, but close to it, like 95. Okay, and now I'm doing this, painting. What is going to make you really great at Photoshop is when you know alternate approaches. Everything is about approach. So these edges can be rounded this way. And if I go outside the lines, that could be a good thing, right? I could do this. Okay, I can see where it's not working good. Press X. And then you can recreate this mask. It's important to have this mask because this will come in handy along with the path to do different kinds of functions with positive and negative cutting of your images. All right, it's smooth enough. I'm happy with that. Now, I could very easily just like let you paint for hours on end, but I'm not going to do that. I want to show you something else now. You got to really have your mind way open today. So do you realize if you go to select and you do load selection, you can use the mask that is currently attached to this layer as a selection. So look at what I'm doing. You should be looking up now. I'm looking at you, and you should be looking up. Okay, I'm clicking OK. So now it's a mask. And the fact that now it's a selection. And now that it's a selection, this edge is curved, or any other of many other changes I might have done. Back to the clipping mask panel again. You should not be working on your mask right now. You should be looking and watching what I'm going to show you because you're going to miss an important point that you don't want to miss if you're looking down. Here is the panel. Over here, one of these options is actually to create a path from a selection. So if I choose this choice, make work path from selection, boom, I've now taken the original path information and now smoothed it to some degree. And I can now make this one the clipping path. So clipping 2, right? I'm going to click OK and save. Now, clearly, one would want to take more time than I want to in a demo for making this mask really awesome. I could do that, but it'd be really boring for you to watch, right? And you're doing a good enough job to understand the steps. Of course, you've got the tutorial to remind you. But I'm going to tab back over to Illustrator. I'm going to go to the Move tool or the regular selection tool and delete what I have and do File, Place, and I'm going to get the number 2, the new Ganesh head 2. Where did I put it? What? Sorry. Let's do this again. File, save as, and make sure this is where I think it is. Then it should be Ganesh work 2. and it should be a TIFF, right? Yes. And this might be, if you didn't save your work as a TIFF, might be crucial at some point down the line. I'm putting it on the desktop, Ganesh Work TIFF 2, and saving it, and all. That's fine. I'm even going to keep the layers. And again, place, file, place. It's on the desktop. Okay. Now when I place it, click and drag, it looks exactly the same. Why? Why does it look exactly the same? What didn't I do? I didn't tell this one to be the clipping path. To click on it, and in fact, if it's placed already, it should update. We'll see if it does. We want to tell this one, boom, to be the clipping path. It switches to this one being the bold one. Path, clipping. Okay. Save. Make sure I export it out. Or save it as a TIFF, TIFF 2 on the desktop. Okay, that's right. And good. Replace. Yes. Okay, toggle back over to Illustrator. And looks the same. Sad. It should update it. It's not updating it. Window info. Window links. Links. It should update it. It's not updating it. Sad here. If you look in the links panel, find the links panel in Illustrator under links. It's not updating it. It's very sad. I'm going to try again. File, place. Last time, it should give me a curve around the bottom of my guy here. And there it is, okay? Much better. So, yes, you could certainly take the time and draw the path correctly. That's a great option. Another option, if you hate drawing with the pen pal, the pen path tool, the pen tool is to convert it to a mask and paint with it. Paint it and then turn it back into a path. Now, this is in here, and it does have a vector mask. And when I look at it in my Illustrator, it is showing me these two objects. What it could be, guys, is it could be that there might be a patch missing for the install on Illustrator on that computer that you're working on. That came to me while I was working. So it could be an update that you don't have. The point being that this vector mask here is also editable in Illustrator. Okay, next I'm going to show you how to take the artwork and bring it into Illustrator and turn it into a vector. Okay, so I'm going to stop this now, stop recording.